is going on, guys? It is Lala Alexa here, and we're going to do something a little bit different today. This will be the first, but definitely not last. What is my hair doing? What is this doing right here? Yeah, I don't know. But we will be doing a Q&A today. Whoa. I don't know how I tried, but we will be doing a Q&A today, the first ever. So I asked some of you on Facebook and Instagram to ask me, don't eat my sweater, but asked you on Facebook and Instagram to ask me some questions, and I think I got 11 or 12, which is pretty good for the first time ever. So I got my handy dandy iPhone here, and I'm going to go through the questions and answer all of them truthfully and honestly for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the video. So the first question comes from, I'm not going to say last names, I'll say either usernames or first names, so I'm sure if you guys watch this and you ask me a question, you'll know what your question was. But the first question I have is from Samantha, and she said, "Why are you so pretty?" I don't know, because I don't think I am, and no, I'm not just saying that to get attention, like, "Oh, you're so pretty, you just want attention because you said you don't think you're pretty." Well, no, I don't really think I do, because I had like 4 people ask me, like, use that as a question. I'm like, guys, come on now. But I don't think I am, because I have the body of an elementary student and the haircut of a butch lesbian. No offense to the lesbians out there, you guys are awesome. But yeah, my hair, it's growing, obviously. That's why it's in this weird phase. It's like, I'm going to flip out everywhere and not lay down right. And plus, I got this little bow in my hair, so it's kind of funky today. But, thank you for the question, Samantha, and my honest answer is, I don't know. I don't know why I'm pretty. Okay. The next question comes from Dee Dee, and she asks, "Would you ever get a tattoo to symbolize The Walking Dead?" Yes, I would, but it would have to have, like, a lot of meaning, and so far, like maybe I probably wouldn't get, like, one of their faces tattooed on me, or, like, their names, or anything like that, but if, like, they said a quote or something that I happen to, like, fall in love with that had meaning, then, oh yeah, definitely, I would get one in a heartbeat. But I might do that. That's a good option if I ever run out of tattoo ideas. Just go back and listen for inspirational quotes from The Walking Dead. The next question is from Beth, and she asks, "What's your favorite band and the reason why?" Well, whenever somebody asked me that, like, a few years ago, I couldn't pick between 3. And those 3 were Asking Alexandria, Sleeping with Sirens, and Pierce the Veil. Now, I would probably have to say my favorite band is Fall Out Boy, just because his voice is amazing, all of his songs are really catchy, and none of them sound, like, really dumb. I mean, I still love Pierce the Veil because Vic's voice, oh my god, his voice. And Sleeping with Sirens because Kellen's voice. Like, and the meaning behind all their songs, too. That's why I would have to say Sleeping with Sirens and Pierce the Veil are still, because the meaning behind all of their music and all their songs is something I can easily relate to. And I don't really listen to music unless, 1, it's got a sick-ass beat, 2, the guy who sings it is either hot or their voice is amazing. I guess girls too. And then, I just lost my train of thought because my cat went running by. Their voices, how they look, the meaning, the sick-ass beat, or I guess if it's just really catchy or it sounds good. If a song doesn't give me, like, chills or anything like that, then I don't really listen to it. But, I do like Asking Alexandria, but I don't like the way they haven't put really anything new out, and if they have, I haven't been aware of it, because it must not be too good. But, I don't like the way that Andy changed so much. Like, he went from little emo boy to whatever the hell he is now, and I don't like it. Too much of a change for me. I don't like change. But, so I would have to definitely say my favorite band right now is, I still like Sleeping with Sirens and Pierce the Veil, but my favorite that I can listen to pretty much every one of their songs and not get tired of is Fall Out Boy. So thank you for your question, and that was my cat. Go away. Where'd he go? Oh, he's right here. He's right there. Okay, but anyway, next question is from Chandler. And this isn't the only question that you'll hear about this, but before I say anything, I do not condone doing drugs. I don't condone, like, hate against people who do drugs or that you don't. But I am going to say, and I have said before, I do smoke weed, and I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with people who do. I don't have a problem with people who don't. So when I read this question and answer it, and the next question that has to do with it, which will come eventually, I don't want to hear hate for it. I don't want to hear, like, I don't want to lecture about it. Just let me do me, you do you, and if you don't like it, then don't do it. That's all I gotta say. But this question comes from Chandler, and he asks, what's the most weed you have smoked in one day? Okay, well, back in the summer that's passed, like summer of 2014, me and my friend, like, her goal was to smoke nonstop, all day, every day, for a week. And we did. So, I don't know how much we smoked, but I know we smoked pretty much every 2 to 3 hours for a good week. Like, nonstop. Because that's when I had, like, kind of left home and I was living with her. So, yeah. We smoked a lot. I don't know how much, but it was a lot. Let me see if there's any more. Okay. This one is from Corey, and I really like this question. This one I might drag on and on about. This is going to be a long video, I'm sorry. But, this question's from Corey, and she asks, when did you know you were in love with your boyfriend? Oh, God. Well, I wish my cat would not do that. But, I knew I was in love with my boyfriend when, I was going through a really rough time with a breakup, about a year ago almost. It was late February last year. And the guy I'm dating was my best friend for like 3 years before that. Told everything to this guy. And one night, my boyfriend at the time was about to leave me. And I knew it. So I called my boyfriend now. And he came and sat with me in the high school parking lot. And just listened to me cry. And like at that point, I didn't want to be there anymore. And he started crying with me, and he held me, and he told me he loved me, and that he didn't know what he would do if I were to go away, or anything like that. And at that moment, I knew I was in love with my best friend. When I figured out how much he cared for me, and how much he loved me, it just, that's where it started. Like, when I looked in his eyes and saw him crying, I knew that I was in love with that boy. And my cat's climbing the chair now. I can't have any serious moments with you! But anyway, that is when I knew that I was in love with my boyfriend. The next question comes from Kaylee, and she asks, what led you to your style? Well, when I was in high school, I'm pretty sure every girl goes through the emo scene phase at least once in their lifetime, whether it be middle school, or high school, or even after. But when I was in high school, I tried so hard to be the little scene queen that I've always wanted to be. Had my hair the bright colors, and like wore the dark makeup and all the crazy colored clothes, and I just wanted to stand out from everybody else. I'm shy as hell, I don't like attention, but damn it, I wanted people to notice me and be like, when like somebody said my name, they're like, oh yeah, I know that girl. That's how I wanted to be. But so like my style now is basically guess you could say, well, right now I look like a typical white girl, but that's because I had to look nice for a job thing today. That's why I look like I do. But my style now is mostly, it depends on my mood. Like today, I want to be cute, so I dress cute. Some days I can be kind of grumpy, and all I want to wear is jeans and a band t-shirt. And then there's just some days where I'm like, I'm going to wear leggings and a hoodie. Like, I don't really have a set style. If I like it, I'm going to wear it. So that's pretty much what I do. Like, if I like it, I wear it. So that, like, I guess you could say high school and, me trying not to blend in with everybody else led me to my style, which is just me being me. So I guess that's pretty much it. Looking to see if there's any more questions on here on Facebook. And I don't think there is. No. Okay, let me move on to my messages from Facebook because I know I had some on there. Yeah, I have 2. This one comes from my very best friend, Zach, and he asks me, if you could live in any book world, what would it be and why? I require an in-depth explanation. So, I don't read many books, and I know a lot of people, including you, Zach, are gonna be like, what the hell, when you hear my answer. But honestly, if I could live in any book world, I would want to live in Twilight, because freaking vampires with, like, different powers, like, immortality, and I could, like, you can run fast and, like, jump fast and all that cool stuff, and I would love to be a vampire. Not a werewolf, though. I couldn't be a werewolf. That's like, you would lose your clothes every time you, like, morphed or whatever they call it in there. I don't know, I haven't read that book in forever. But I would love to be in Twilight, because you get to do all these kind of cool stuff. Like I said, like, run really fast and, like, immortal and all that stuff, and like, and then if you, like, got to be one of those, like, special vampires where you could do different things, like Alice can, like, see the future and Edward can read minds. I would love to read minds. Oh my god. If I could read minds, oh, nobody would be safe. But, yeah, that is the book world that I would love to live in. Toby, get the hell down. Can't do anything in this house. I think I might have to sneeze. And this one, which is the last one from Facebook, comes from my friend James. And he asked, how has your past affected your present? If it wasn't for my past, I wouldn't be who I am today. But then again, if it wasn't for my past, I also wouldn't be so messed up. I don't know if I've ever, like, mentioned it in a video. Oh my god, cat. But, for about 9.5 months to a year, I was addicted to prescription pain medicine. And that was when I was a sophomore in high school, so I obviously don't remember anything from my sophomore year. I hardly remember the people I was friends with, who I dated, or anything like that, and it kind of sucks. But also, like, I don't have the best past either, so, that put me with a lot of anxiety problems, a lot of trust problems, just a lot of depression problems, just a lot of problems that if my past would have been better, I wouldn't have had to deal with now in the present. But I guess everything happens for a reason. There's nothing I can do to change it. There's nothing I really want to change. But I don't have any regrets. I mean, I do have one regret, but we're not going to go there. I have fixed it, hopefully, and everything seems to be okay, so I'm not going to worry about it. But the past did definitely make me who I am today, and I am thankful for just still being here and not killing myself or anybody else. But thank you for your question, James. The next one comes from, we're on Instagram now, and we only got a few left, so I'm sorry this video is so long, but you guys asked, like, some in-depth questions, but, comes from the user Jacob_Young, I know who you are, but he asked, what is your favorite way to get high? Bongs, blunts, joints, etc. And then he made the comment, and I prefer whatever get me feeling the way I need to feel. My favorite way to get high would have to be blunts or joints, just because, I don't know, I just think it's a lot easier, because a blunt's a blunt, a joint's a joint. Nothing changes. When it comes to bongs, there's all these weird, really freaky type looking things, even with pipes. Like, I'll smoke out of a pipe, but I have to be, like, it's one that I've had to have used multiple times before, or else I just won't do it. I don't know if you can see him. Can you see him? Yeah. Anyway, so my preferred way to smoke would definitely be blunts or joints, but mostly I prefer blunts because I like them better. But okay, let's move on to the next ones on Instagram. I must find them now. It won't take me that long. There's only 2 posts I have on here. Okay. The first one is from Reagan Davis, and she says, what's the scariest memory you have? Scariest memory I have? Okay, I think I've got 2. One of them was one time that, like, it's actually kind of scary. I went to a graveyard. It's Jerome, Indiana, which is supposedly, like, one of the most haunted places in Indiana. Toby! Stop it! But anyway, we went to Jerome, me and a few friends. I'm going to kill this cat. What is he eating? Hang on a second. Hey! Oh, shit. Get. Sorry. But anyway, I went to Jerome, Indiana with a few friends, and when we were there, one of my friends was running back to the car because him and, like, the other one went to, like, up to the gate when I was too much of a coward to go. So they came running back, screaming because, like, they heard something or saw something, and when, like, one of them came back, something grabbed his leg and pulled him, like, down. Like, he fell, and there was nothing, obviously, to trip on or anything like that. Like, I'm gonna make it, like, really short because the video's already 14 minutes long. But, grabbed his leg and pulled him down. And, like, when we got back to the place we were staying at, there was a handprint on his back window and a handprint on his leg. Freaky. But, that was one of them. And then the second scariest, it's more of a, like, near-death experience. It was my 16th birthday. Like I said, that was the time when I was addicted to the painkillers. And I overdosed on my 16th birthday. And I thought I was gonna die. So that was none of the scariest moments. Thank you for your question, Reagan. I'm trying to make these a little bit faster now because I don't really want a 20-minute video because it's going to take forever. But the next one comes from J.K. Whitaker, which is my cousin. Really, Toby? And he says, what's the best part of living in Marion? There is no best part. Honestly, I hate this place. I I guess there's a lot more. I guess the best thing about me living in Marion is I don't really do anything, like, horribly bad. And there's a lot of other people that do a lot worse things than what I do, so they get caught and I don't. That's about the best part. Next question comes from Forever Bell 2, and she says, what's your biggest fear? My biggest fear, okay, I have a lot, but the two that bother me the most is one, trypophobia, which is the fear of holes. I don't like them. It bothers me, and when people share that goddamn freaking picture on Facebook about the flower pod on the person's shoulder that they think is some kind of disease, it drives me nuts, and I hate it. And I will block and report everybody and anybody who hosts it. So there. But my other biggest fear would be losing my boyfriend again. Because, like I explained earlier, I love that boy. I don't know what I would do without him. And I don't want to lose him anymore. So that's my other biggest fear. Thank you for your question. The next one comes from I am Seth12, and he said, who do you miss most in this world? Who do I miss most in this world? Okay, there's two people. One of them would have to be my grandma's third husband. Yeah, my grandma's kind of a whore. Just kidding. But his name was Les. Best grandpa I ever had. Miss him, love him to death. He was just like the sweetest guy ever. Spoiled me to death. But I do miss him a lot. But then the other person would have to be the person who asked that question, his mom. Her name was Angie. That's who I have the tattoo on my leg of. Basically, I know her from like when I was in 5th grade, so when I was 10 years old until she died when I was 17 or 18, I don't remember. I think I was 17, almost 18. But yeah, I was 17, almost 18. But she was basically the mom that I never had. Like, I have a mom, but I don't have the connection with my mom that I had with Angie, which is, like, why? I don't know what I was gonna say. But, I really do miss her a lot, because I felt like if something was bothering me, I could always go to her, and now I don't really have a person like that. So those are the two people I miss the most. And this one comes from Beth in Wonderland. She said, what's your opinion on people who say go kill yourself? I don't like it just because I've had a lot of people say that to me, and it's not really, like, the best feeling when somebody says it, because sometimes, like, most of the time when somebody told me to do it, I was really already thinking about it, so it just gave me more motivation to try. Obviously, it never worked, but I think if you say it, you've got some problems that you might want to address with somebody, because I don't think anybody should say anything about go kill yourself. I mean, I might have said it not directly to anybody, like just in a status or something, like, if you eat your toenails and make other people eat your toenails and you dip them in mayonnaise, go kill yourself. I don't mean anything by it, but I guess that's not really an excuse, is it? I don't know. I don't like it. Don't say it. There we go. And the last question comes from Striving for Perfection 13, and she said, what happened to our friendship? Why is it as if I don't mean shit to you anymore? Okay, well, that's not true. You do mean a lot to me still, but the thing is, it's winter. I don't hang out with hardly anybody in winter, because one, there's nothing to do. I don't really like to sit in a house and just watch TV. I can do that by myself at home. I don't like driving on roads when they're bad. I don't like driving at all when they're bad. I don't drive when they're bad. I make somebody else drive my car for me. And the other reason, besides it being winter, is I just got back with the guy who I waited 6.5 months for. You, of all people, should definitely know how, like, that whole situation better than anybody. And when I got him back, I'm going to spend all my free time with him. Because, unlike you live with your boyfriend. You see him all day long, every single day, all night. I don't get to do that. I see my boyfriend when he's free, when I'm free, when he's not doing anything. And whenever that is, I'm going to take the opportunity and I'm going to hang out with him. Now, when summer comes along, it might change. Unless I have another job. That's another thing. I had 2 jobs. One, I was working 10 to 12 hours a day. I didn't even have time for my boyfriend then. But I see what you're saying, and it does seem like maybe I don't give a shit about you anymore, but that is not true. I still love you the same way that I did in the summer when we were together every day. But you need to understand that Jake is my #1 priority. I don't see him every day, so whenever I have a free chance, I'm going to see him. That's not the only reason I can think of. Like, you know what I went through to get him back, and I'm going to keep him this time. So, I'm sorry that you feel that way. But after 20 minutes of sitting here talking, I'm breathless, I'm hungry, I need to fill out an application. But thank you to everybody who asked me a question. I hope you guys enjoy the answers. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I'm so sorry it's this long. But leave a like rating if you did, and subscribe to see more. I will definitely put out another one of these videos in the future. So if you guys want to ask me a question, be sure to leave it in the comments, and I will write it down to make a note, and I will answer it in the next one. But once again, hope you guys enjoy the video. Leave a like rating if you didn't, subscribe to see more, and I will see you guys in the next video, whatever I make. I love your faces. Okay, bye!